Hello, um, I am Abdullahi Dahiru. I'm a student based in Uganda, studying at ICT University, and I'm pursuing Masters of Science in Public Health, where I'm specializing in immunology and epidemiology of infectious diseases. I'm here to talk about my experience as an international student during this hard time or during this devastating condition of COVID-19 known as coronavirus. Actually, I always engage myself in following the rules, and I used to wear a mask everywhere I go. I can sanitize anytime, anywhere. I take my own sanitizer, and I avoided crowded areas. Avoiding the crowded areas, it could help to maintain the spread of COVID-19. As World Health Organization, always trying to advise people to stay home, so that when they stay home, they will be able to stay safe, and it could be that you can save lives of many people. And during this hard condition, I'm able to communicate with the people more often via video calls, text messages, and emails. Well, I become more envious. Of course, I feel more envious just because I used to watch the news a lot. It is something new that I never experienced in my life before, so that it really gives me a chance that I always used to be at home and I have nothing to do than watching the news, so that I'm not used to watch the news simultaneously or every time. But during this pandemic, it really teach me on how to watch the news a lot. This affected me because I would panic every time. So seeing people dying and still the disease, it is really terrifying. Hence, it has no any preventative treatment. So this is very scary, and it is something that we could say it is incredible. I have seen how COVID-19 is spreading and how people are dying. So I have seen people experiencing new challenges in a different segment in their life. So this is very, very terrible, and it is really hard time. And we are here looking forward to see the end of this pandemic. Well, during this hard time, I am reading more books. I always engage myself in reading books and going through different articles. I always try to engage myself in going through different articles, so I can say some publications concerning my profession. So it really helped me. It helped me to gain more time that I can go through some certain publication that it really impacted new skills in me. And always, every day I used to look on my techniques. I used to concentrate over my techniques. One day I decided to communicate with one of my mentors, and I can call her a mother because she is really a strong woman, and she has the humor of loving the human. This is none other than Rennie Kam. Rennie Kam, she's a citizen of Australia. She's a scholar from La Trobe University in Melbourne. So Rennie Kam has given me some certain advices, and I communicated with her, and she's always welcoming me when I try to talk to her or when I'm looking for advice from her concerning my studies. She's always ready to work with me in this journey, so that she advised me a lot. And one day during this COVID-19, I have also been able to join or to apply one of the paper presentation I had before during the lockdown, which it is based on anxiety disorders in adolescent health. Anxiety disorders in adolescent health is very important topic because it matters. So that I talk about this topic because why it matters. This is very serious topic that I was engaged myself, and I had a paper presentation concerning this. And lastly, I read my emails often just to make sure I'm not missing out any work or any important email that I received. So this COVID-19, it really helped me to have more time that I can be home and look for my emails to make sure I replied all the message I usually get from my friends, from the family, and people that they wanted to be around you. Yes, of course, I have taken advantage of online learning. I have been able to adjust it, and it has helped me to learn to study in a different situation. And I will not say I prefer on-site or online learning, because both of them comes on handy. I can manage both, and they have helped to adjust and pick off different learning strategies based on the situation. Hence, Information and Communication Technology University, ICTU, is a university that impacts the managerial impact on ICT sectors. So, even without coronavirus, ICT University uses to offer online classes. Always ensure that the time you contact your lecturer via email or scheduling a meeting or meeting them anywhere, you need to have to look from where your failures come and plan how to overcome your failures. Also, in terms of asking for help, whether it is people around you, your neighbors, it is very important. And ensure you engage yourself in your discipline and to go in libraries where you can go and sit, or if you don't want to go into the libraries, you can use university library or college library. You need to take care of your mental health, your physical health and finances, because it is really important to consider for these two. You should always consider your mental health, your finances, because basically it comes to management, those two. And again, you have to get time after yourself mentally, financially. You need to learn when you are envious how to deal with your anxiety in case any situation arises. For example, COVID-19, you need to know that you are able to communicate with people. You shouldn't be stranded at home. You should not be stuck at home. You should communicate and be open to the people around you or your friends. And you are able to budget, because you must know how to budget. You know your resources. When you consider your resources, so that you can be able to budget, so that when you know your budget, you should know when to spend money. You should always look for the cheap places where you can access things. And you should always keep concentrating on asking for the student discounts. Well, the message I have for the fellow student, it is, we should always be ready for the worst, and we should always be ready on how to learn, how to explore. And this COVID-19, it really proving all the students that no any condition that is permanent, and you have to be able to adjust and adapt any new system or any new condition when it arises. So when it comes, you have to engross and accept it. Acknowledging every condition when it comes as new, it is one of the basic effort or one of the prerequisite channel that can lead you into the success. Thank you for watching. I am Abdullahi Dahiru Kabo, an international student based in Uganda from Kano State, Nigeria. Thank you once again, and make sure you are always safe and healthy.